Hello and welcome to Tony's Tips and Tricks on Violin Tuning. Today we will be using a portable chromatic tuner with a built-in microphone to tune this full-size violin. Our first step is to check several things about the way this instrument is set up in order to ensure our success and avoid problems from developing later on. Alright, number one, let's look at the bridge. Right here. The bridge on a violin should be straight up and down, perpendicular to the top. If it isn't, the violin will not have its fullest sound, and further changes in string tension over time run the risk of having the bridge actually get pulled over. Your bridge should lie straight across the instrument, and you can use the indentation markers here on the sound holes to see where your lane for the bridge should be. Now we'll have a look at the peg windings. These will vary from one instrument to another and from string to string. Generally, they should be evenly wrapped from inside to outside and pull straight down on the angled peg. This tension is what keeps the peg in place and prevents slipping. Now let's have a look at the fine tuners. There should always be around a half a step of movement range, sharp or flat, in your fine tuners so they can do their job. If this isn't the case, simply recenter your fine tuner and retune starting with the peg first. Always be careful not to over tighten your fine tuners, as this can cause the mechanism to overextend and actually scratch the top of your violin. Now we are ready to start tuning. Here's our G string. As you can see from our tuner, it's a little flat. Let's start by getting a good grip on the peg and alright, so there it is. We want to make sure we are firmly pushing inward the entire time as we're adjusting the note. So we're going to go down below the note we want, and then we're going to turn the peg and get it upwards to get it as close as we can. Don't worry if we're a little bit under or we're a little bit over. That's when we're going to make our final adjustments with the fine tuners. Great. So that is our G string. Here's where the patience and experience comes into play. Every adjustment I make to the tension of one string will also affect all of the others. So it will always be necessary to cycle through all the strings a couple of times. It's also a good idea to be ready to retune slightly after every song or piece that you're playing. This can be minimized if you have a little time to play some moderately aggressive warm-ups and then do a quick retune right before you begin your performance or recording or practice session. Tuning a violin can be frustrating and somewhat fiddly, but if you know the steps and don't give up, you'll become very good at it.